What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at inform Insigne, the left wing for the Serie A Napoli. They have got a few informs now, or a few specials in their squad. Obviously the one to watches, rule breakers, and overall in the Serie A it's starting to progressively get a little bit better. I think the golds pretty much revolved around Ronaldo, as we all do. We all know Ronaldo is going to be the best in that league, and in terms of golds, I wasn't too impressed this year. Now we're starting to get some specials. The squad is now really coming along, and Insigne, to be honest, isn't a bad card. I used his gold card from the very start due to having him in an upgrade, and I think he was the first good or meta-ish player that I got from gold upgrades, so it's been nice to kind of see what his inform is. I don't think there's a huge difference because, like I always say, with a +1 there's never normally that massive jump in between the two. But let's get into the review. Make sure you like and subscribe down below. Make sure you check the Discord out as well if you want to join for trading tips, any kind of player review, extra help, any methods of such, gold pack, silver pack, bronze pack. Let me know down below. Check the link out. Let's get in it. So we have got Insigne here. He is currently coming in, if I refresh it, at 120, just shy of it on both consoles. He is a 4-star standing at 5'4", so a very small player in general, which makes him very agile and quick at the same time. He is right-footed with a high medium work rate to attacking and defensive, and he is 29 years old, so he has been around the game, so the generation at the end is going to be very interesting to see. Main stats we're looking at, obviously the acceleration being 93, big stat right there. No strength on him. Defense is obsolete. Passing wise is not awful. It's probably like a high average, I'd say. It's obviously not all 89 pluses, but 84s across the board, bar from long and free kick accuracy. I can't complain about that. In terms of finishing, 77, not the greatest again, but we have got chemistry styles that we can use for that. And I think the main one that is going to be is Hunter, because his dribbling is 92, and it's obviously the kind of main point for him. He has got 94 on the agility balance, phenomenal stuff there. We've also got the ball control at 94, 91 dribbling, and 84 composure with the 81 reactions. So his dribbling is already absolutely fantastic. Other than that, it's a pretty bog standard card. Good pace, good dribbling, average shooting, maybe a little bit better with a Hunter on, and then passing is above average. It's a nice card. It's 120k or 100k depending on when you're buying him. Obviously I feel like he will drop under 100k with rewards, and potentially if we do get a promo, unless we are needing very high informs, if you get what I mean. And in terms of a Hunter, we're looking at a 89 left wing. He'll have 86 shooting and 97 pace. That is just absolutely cracked right there. That is a very fast card, and to be honest, probably put him more as kind of like a left forward. Someone who's going to go forward and actually shoot would be more meta for him, rather than kind of keeping him really out on the wing. Maybe you want him to kind of try and cross it in. It depends who you've got a striker, but let's get into some gameplay, see what he's all about, and see what he did for me. With Insigne then, he is very quick. Even with the kind of non-Hunter, he's still very quick, but he's just brilliant on the ball. We see him straight away, managing to get a little bit lucky, but look at the pace. Then he gets an absolute dinger over left foot into the bottom right. You can't argue with half of the stuff he does. He's quick, he's nimble, he's got a cracking left stick dribble with him. You can really kind of confuse a defender, and especially if someone's not necessarily the greatest in defense, he has got the ability to really make that a nightmare for the opponent, especially if you have got it. And you'll see me pinging it after pinging it all the time, going down the left wing, even getting assists. It's all good fun from him. He passes it into Gomez, one more to Dybala, and it's just a little tap in. And that's what it's all about. It's about assisting. He can score. I would say he's a better assister than a scorer, but definitely can score. He's got great again in behind the defense. And if you are going against someone who necessarily brings his left and right backs out of position, make sure you utilize him there. He's a cracking card. I think 100k isn't terrible. I would happily get him in a red pick, to be honest. If I'm not getting Mane or Kante, which, let's face it, no one is really, I would happily take this guy over. I'd probably say Goretzka would be my favourite out of the kind of three of the lower rated, but Insigne definitely a close kind of third, fourth. So going into the overall form then, as you can see, 120 practically, 220 on the PC. Obviously market's a little bit different. This will drop as of tomorrow during rewards. At the minute it's kind of like he's being packed, but he's not as much. I feel like the red picks will be very heavily Insigne because he's not necessarily the highest rated card and he's not necessarily the most expensive 86 rated card. So I feel like this guy will be packed quite a lot, and obviously red picks will be kind of that one that's high, but it's not quite like the Meta, Mane, Kante kind of deal. And Goretzka as well, I think, is a very good card, very kind of well-rounded, as you saw in the review earlier, but I like him. I think he's a good card. Napoli, obviously, as we can have a look, have got a decent team. Really, really like Koulibaly this year, especially his road to the final has the potential to be a huge card if they go through and really go far. Mertens, rule breaker, very nice card. Bit expensive. I'd probably just go for his gold, but I think he's very good in general. Lozano's obviously got 2 informs already. Oshiman's got a new inform, and then we've also got a left back with an inform. Plus Manolas, pretty good gold card to be honest. Callion, again, Lozano would take priority over him. And then if we move in, if we can find Insigne, if we go into the Serie A, now we're actually finding some informs. Gomez is a cracking one. We've got a rule breaker, Lukaku, Savic, Ericsson, Alberto, all midfielders. Alexandro, obviously with his road to the final. There's starting to be a kind of nice well-rounded few. We obviously had Hakimi and Vidal, who are coming later on tomorrow for a review, so definitely stay tuned for that. Like and subscribe for more. They'll be coming tomorrow because we have tried their 85s as well, but it's getting quite late. I think it's 3 in the morning trying to get this last one out before we go to bed. But in general, I'm happy with the Serie A now. It's getting a lot better. 9 golden, obviously getting a rule breaker. Links up to Mertens with a strong link, as well as Lukaku as a perfect link, I believe. Need to double check that actually. Yes, as a perfect link, obviously Belgium and Inter Milan, so cracking link right there. But I think Insigne, he comes in a nice position. If I look at left mids in the Serie A, we've got Douglas Costa, who's obviously gone now, back to Bayern. We've got this guy's rule breaker, road to the final, Perisic. I think Insigne is probably the best left wing, maybe not the best left mid, but I think a lot of people are using more wingers rather than midfielders. But overall, I'm happy with him. He's got cracking links. The Serie A is definitely on the rise, and we're starting to see now a wide variety of special cards, which is always good, especially with potential icon swaps coming, with how many objectives they're doing. Obviously, the UCLs are pretty useful right now, and obviously the price of him. I think 100k for an 86 inform is not terrible if you're going to use him as fodder kind of thing. I wouldn't really go with him yet, unless I think 86 informs, you're looking at 30-ish K, I think, at a max. Obviously, if Icon SBCs come out, it's going to go through the roof, but I think he will drop down in price for a usable sense. You're going to buy him, and he's not too expensive to go in a Serie A squad. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let me know down below what you think. I've given him an 8 out of 10. I think he's good, but he's got that next step to take if he does get an 87, 88, 89. I think about an 89, 90 would be where he's kind of like, now we're talking 9.5 out of 10. But like I say, make sure you like and subscribe. That's it for the next one. Peace.